short for fear.
My heart and soul, all for the must. Protect, never forget what fight. It's the first of fight for those fought on. We are that vodka. Our future. Battle in
Defeat. Life is too short for fear.
Oh, hello, Beefy Sumo. How are you doing this morning? Well, it's not morning. I hope you're having a good eve. Yeah, I'm playing some League of Legends again. We had a tournament last night. It was pretty fun. All good here? That's good. Good to hear that you're doing well. Yeah, no, we did not win the tournament. We won one of 3 games. It's a game mode that I'm not familiar with and I don't usually play, so it was kind of random, and we had at least one person that we didn't really know or have never played with before, so it was kind of a patchwork group team, if you will. I just played against this NASA and we forfeited because we had a quitter. But yeah, it was fun nonetheless. We nearly won our first match, so that would have been 2 of 3, but the last one was kind of a blowout. It was not good. The thing about that game mode is like you don't get to choose your champs, so you gotta know every champ in the game. If you've never played as a champ that you get assigned, you're screwed. And I don't know all the champs. Like there's so many of them. If you don't win, don't bother coming home. Yeah. It was I knew we weren't gonna win. I tried to back out actually at the last minute, and I was like, I thought it was starting at 7 p.m. and I was like, yeah, we're going out to eat, so I can't make it. I'm not gonna be able to do the tournament. Well, it wasn't until like 9 or 10 p.m. actually, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go 0-20, but I'll still show up. Moral of the story is showing up matters sometimes, even if you're gonna lose. But yeah, it was fun. 2 of the 3 games I had champs that I had played before, so I didn't do too bad. Like, I contributed. I didn't actually go 0-20, believe it or not. I don't know if you've ever played, this style of game before, but like, I draw a lot of parallels to like Overwatch and Rivals. It's just not a shooter. There's tanks and frontline assassins who go kind of pop in and out, are quick, different roles for different situations and whatnot. So I was a tank in 2 out of the 3 games as well, but I got assigned Tryndamere for one of the games, so I didn't really know what to do because I don't have a lot of high DPS output. He's more like an assassin type character, skirmisher, but he's similar but not the same to Garen. He's less tanky than Garen, but he has a move that can go like Undying Rage, lets you come invincible for a few seconds, so I just have to learn how to manage his ult. No way, dude, come on. See, I don't usually play Mundo either. I'm not doing too great. I never played that before. What do you play? I know I've seen you're playing, what were you playing? Some like survival game or something the last time I was over there. Like your horror games, haven't played anything for a while now. Out of touch with the kids. You gotta play Roblox then. Oh, sorry, that was a really bad joke. It's crazy that Roblox is like being cross-promoted on Twitch right now. All things considered, like in what's going on in the news with that game and Twitch and the allegations for not Tom Clancy, but his name, Clancy, whatever his name is, dude, I don't even know. But he's the CEO of Twitch, and if I speak disparagingly about our glorious leader on stream, I'll probably be banned instantly, so I can't confirm or deny any allegations. But I've played Roblox on Twitch before, usually as a co-stream with my kids. I have children, dude, and they love some Roblox. I don't get it. I am totally out of touch, as you mentioned. But Yeah, it's all like very cheapo, usually not able to play online. Yeah, no, I get that. I sailed the high seas a while for myself. Now I don't even care enough to do that. Like I play free-to-play games like League of Legends. Yeah, like I said, like Arc Raiders, I want to play, but I'm not paying $50, dude. I'm... Sure you want to do that? Sure you want to do that, Nasus? You didn't know about my game here with Mundo, alright? Didn't know I knew ball like that. Price of games now is silly, especially when you add DLC. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you end up paying, I mean, shit. I have Game Pass, alright? So that's pretty much how I exclusively play games at this point. And that's why I'm just like, you know what? I can wait on Arc Raiders. Like, it'll hit Game Pass eventually. It'll be there. I mean, how many copies of a game do you need to sell now to be like, okay, we're gonna be on Game Pass now. We've made enough upfront money and we want our game to get more exposure and we have all the DLC we want to profit from. So, you know, it's a business decision. We're going to go ahead and have it be available to those subscribers. The last game that you played and really enjoyed was an old PS1 game that came out in 97. Wow, dude. Wow. There's been a lot that's happened in the world since then. Damn it, Nasus, dude. All right, time to get serious. But yeah, I mean, I was a gamer during that era too, but there's been plenty of games since '97 that I've enjoyed, and particularly like PS2 era was amazing. There's so many good games for the PS2, and then I kind of left the Sony bandwagon, so I didn't have a PS3, but I had a 360, and got super into PC gaming at that time too, so I didn't really miss out on a whole lot. I've always been a gamer though. I've had all the consoles since way back when. Well, not when I was a kid because I couldn't. Our family was dirt poor, but as soon as I was able to get a job, I started buying my own shit, and I bought all the game systems. As a teenager, you know, my priorities were not at all around dating or like, you know, messing around with that shit. I was just like, nah, I'm gaming, not leaving the house. Kept me out of trouble. I could have been a troubled youth, but gaming saved my life. Whoops. Yeah, emulation is great now. Same here for you though. So I mean, it's good to hear that you know, gaming has a special spot for you still. It's hard to hold on to stuff that you know deep down you really enjoy, but like the passion just isn't like fully where it was. But I think that's just life in general. Like there's nothing that I like anymore that I liked as much when I was a impressionable youth. But also legit, it is definitely because the quality has gone down. Like you can't diminish that. Like these kids today will never understand what we had, and it's actually kind of sad, dude, because like they just won't experience it. You know, they've been playing Fortnite for literally 10 years straight now, and I've, you know, in a 10-year span from 14 to 24, for me there were like 3 console generations, there were hundreds of AAA titles. Like your existence is pathetic compared to what we had, and it's just sad. I feel bad for them. Yeah, it's not even due to the graphical leaps either. It's just the innovation and the quality and the creativity in the gaming industry is dog shit now. You know, around like 2012, the indie game movement started to kind of take off, but you know, I mean, look what happened to that. Minecraft, right? That was the preeminent indie game, and now it has been commercialized to hell and back. And it is a shell of what it used to be. The mod community has been gutted because, you know, you gotta pay for mods now. You gotta pay Microsoft. They added stuff like multiplayer and whatnot to, you know, you gotta have Xbox Live to play multiplayer. It's just overall bad. I wish there was something we could do for these Gen Z kids and the Gen Alpha kids. They don't have it good, and they don't know what they don't have. Whole generation of gamers lost. Ad starts in 40 seconds. Oh, hell no. Snooze that. We're gonna lose anyway. Yeah, it is about making money. And I wish I could say that the passionate people were still around, but the evidence is clear. Like, you can read any interview with people of that generation and that era who used to be in the business. And I was around a lot of them. I actually had an opportunity to be sort of adjacent to the industry. I was actually like inside the industry for a while, but not in a development role, you know? So, but like very tuned into what they were going through and what they would say both at the time and afterwards, and even today, and there's a lot that's lost. The creatives, it's just a whole different thing, dude. The creative, Nasus is up. It's over. I do not play Mundo, and this is why. I did better in a Emerald game. Like I was playing with my buddies and they're way higher ranked than me, so we got placed into a lobby that was like gold, and I think there was at least one Emerald, and I was Mundo, and I did way better than that. Yeah, and everybody's talking about, oh, GTA 6, this and that. Like, dude, it's not going to be the savior of the industry that you think it is. It's just another iteration of a game that you've already played. It's not going to reinvent the wheel. There's not going to be a whole lot that's cool and different about it. It's going to be more of the same. You know, you just look at the iterations of GTA from 1 to 2 to 3. We took leaps from, it was a 2D game in 1 and 2, and then when 3 came out, it was revolutionary because they added an open world sort of a format to a game that was, I wouldn't say open world, I would say open world-ish. Compared to today's standards, it wasn't open world, you know, like the map was very small. So what are we going to talk about doing when we upgrade GTA? The world map is going to be huge. It's going to be massive, like bigger than it's ever been before, because that's an iterative step that happens in Grand Theft Auto. But that's like, what is that? Who cares? You know, how does that innovate in any way? We're just talking about technological progress enabling a miniature improvement. And other than that, dude, like what can you possibly innovate on in that game? And I just don't see that the creatives in it right now are going to be like, oh yeah, we do this cool thing and add this feature, and it's all going to be monetized, you know? I finally got Heartsteel. Like I just got my second item and we're already like, we're done. Yeah, so I mean, like GTA 3 too, another big thing that they did there was, and you know, it's hard for people now to understand how revolutionary some of these things were because they're pretty ubiquitous now as a gameplay feature, but like the packages that you could hunt and discover was a big thing. And what we would use then was like a strategy guide to find all the package locations. But this is pre-achievements, so there were no achievement hunters at this point. So you know, like you just did it for the love. You could tell your buddies like, yeah, I got all the packages, you can check out my game save when you come over to my house or whatever, but like completely different from what got introduced with the 360 and the achievements. Yeah, achievement hunters are definitely a type of gamer, and then they started to adapt the games to cater to the achievement hunters. So that's a whole thing now too, as far as gameplay innovation and design and stuff. It's like it's the perfect metric for engagement, long-term engagement, sustainability, I guess you could call it, because God damn it. It never ends, dude. Yeah, this is forfeit, guys. Come on. So in introducing that fundamental aspect of gaming and making it a norm for all video games, they added a way to measure how many people are playing the game for that reason. And then in a way, that's a way to monetize the game, because if you see that you have high engagement from a large number of people because of the achievements, you're going to build your next game to focus heavily on achievements. So you can add predictability to your business model. And then of course, DLC is the other thing that gets a really bad rap for that too. But that is another way that they can measure engagement and profit from it at the same time. So it's like, you know, you release some new DLC and your game, it doesn't sell. Well, guess what? The game is getting canceled and then the servers are going offline and it's done. It's dead. Yeah, brand deals and adverts have been around even though since like, you know, God, I don't even know, man. Like Pepsi Man for the PlayStation. Anybody remember that? Whole game based on Pepsi. Terrible game, by the way. I shouldn't have built Boots first. I think if I would have built Heartsteel first, I would have had a fighting chance. One of the Batman games wanted you to collect 200 small trophies throughout the map. I would rather watch paint dry. Yeah, and some of them are, like, there's a good way to integrate achievements to a game, but those Easter egg style achievements where you're just hunting for random things scattered across the map, it's lazy. It's very lazy. I mean, GTA 3 did it and people loved it, and everyone's been doing it since. But you can see the shift in game design when when achievements became a thing. You go back and play a retro game and you're like, wow, there's not really like a lot of things that you could create an achievement from in this game. There's a website called Retro Achievements that tries to do it. They try to like bake that into retro games, and some of them are just kind of ridiculous. Where did Volibear go? What the bro? You're gonna not forfeit and then run from every fight. Yeah, I'm trying to think back about games that I really wanted to do like 100% chance on, and usually it's corny like rhythm games. I took a lot of pride in FCing like every song on Rock Band, but that's the whole point of the game, is to be good at the song, you know? To be a perfectionist in that game is like, it's just inherent to the game. Welcome back. I guess it ran the ad break, even though I was hoping that we would have forfeited by now, but it did not happen. Rip. Yeah, so we won't be doing that again. I don't think my Mundo is ready for ranked. Call it a hunch. Pandering to streamers is another really good point, by the way. Wanted to mention that, but we were on breaks. It's weird being a streamer because I used to be so anti-streamer. That's why it took so long for me to get on board. And I really regret not getting on board earlier, because if I would have seen the direction it was going, like I feel like I could have been a lot more influential, because I was paying attention to it, obviously, like since Justin TV. But it's just one of those things that, like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, other people are doing this, and I never equated it to something I would or could or want to do. So, but it was a realization for me, and it was a personal development. Like, it wasn't a technology or gaming thing. It was like, I just want to get good at like speaking to people, being conversational to people that I don't know. I feel like that's a really good skill to have. And I just started doing it during COVID because, you know, we were locked down. There's nothing else to do. So yeah, and it was also a weird timing thing for me because I was kind of isolated where I was living at the time and didn't have, you know, a lot of my friends were living in other areas and stuff. So it was a lonely time. Yeah, the skills you pick up from streaming for sure. I mean, graphic design, some weird like broadcast technology knowledge that I wouldn't otherwise have has actually translated directly to my actual career, which is pretty cool. And the public speaking stuff, definitely. Yeah, I really love meeting new people and hearing about their lives and like, you know, their experiences and stuff too, because I'm high on the, what is it called? The scale, the openness scale. So I always want to like try new things, and like I can vicariously do that.
Life is too short.
I think that's why I have a podcast too. We have that Gaming Vanguard podcast. This is not a plug for that, by the way, but trying to interview streamers just to get their perspective on things. And it's been weird, man. I'm not going to lie, because I did interview so far just one person, and that was great. He's a great streamer. I love his streams and everything. But reaching out to other people has been just kind of awkward, and nobody really wants to be real. I figured this out. Like, there are a lot of streamers out there who do not want to let you get to know them. They do not want you to interview them and ask them questions. They want to control the narrative in any way possible. And so the questions I would send out in advance to people, I still do. Like, there's an interview form. It's a very canned format. It's like all podcasts have, like, you know, like, we're going to do an open format. It's just we talk about whatever. Now, there's a high level of trust when it comes to that, because you don't know what they're going to ask you. Then there's like black box kind of question asking, where it's like, we know you're going to ask questions. I have a whole script of questions I'm going to ask you, and I can choose at my discretion, whatever, like how that's going to go during the interview. I don't do that. I reveal fully every single actual question that I'm going to ask you during the interview 2 weeks in advance. Like, you can prepare, you could have a PR person prepare your answers for you. But, you know, we're talking about small streamers here, right? Or medium-sized streamers or whatever. Nope, not interested. Like, what is it that you don't want to talk about that is like that is so weird to me. Like you're hiding something about your life. Like you don't want people to know. There's a lot of swindlers and scammers out there, man. I'll tell you, especially on Twitch now. Just a bunch of fake ass people, and there's nothing I can't stand more than fake people. And you can see it's the fake ass people that as soon as they blow up, they just become complete arrogant fucking dickheads. And it's sad that that's who's blowing up. Yeah, of course I provide the questions. I try to be accommodating, you know, like I don't want to scare anybody. We're talking about usually a bunch of like people who are on the spectrum, gamers, who don't like to be social. It's hard enough to just hit the go live button. I wish we had more good people in the world in general, but also that those people would get the comeuppance, you know? Yeah, the hot tub streams were a real wild time in Twitch. So into Renekton here. I've been playing a lot of Renekton. Been going against a lot of Renekton here lately. I don't know. I think he's the new meta, but he's a very aggressive champ and he just wants to feed constantly. So he's gonna relentlessly attack you. Yeah, I still haven't really defined like what I am here, you know? I mean, and League isn't a great place to be a variety kind of streamer. Like the community for League is very strange. They don't really want to watch people who are average play the game. I had maybe like one guy come into my stream who would regularly watch and just kind of like troll me about how bad I was. And I'm like, that's fine, dude, whatever. Like, I know I'm bad, but it gets like at a certain point, I think it gets not fun for them because I'm just too laid back. I'm just like, yeah, that's not my goal in the game, right? Like, I don't care. Like, I'm never going to be plat, certainly never going to be like master, grandmaster, anything like that. But that's what they want to see. They want to see people like excel and get super high. Unless you're already famous. There was, what's that dude's name? The YouTuber, he used to be on Twitch. I think he came back. Stereotypical, like blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white guy. Like I don't even know his name, dude. That's how much I care. But he started playing League of Legends because it was riding some current wave of meta for streamers, and he's like, oh, it's my iron to whatever challenge, bro. I was already doing that challenge, but I'm a nobody, so nobody found out about it. And everyone was like, oh, you're just copying so and so, and I'm like, no, I'm literally just playing the game. But okay.
Is the first.
Yeah, a lot of people don't read chat. You're right about that. The engagement is low. Confusion about that is something I struggled with very early on with, like, you know, back in the Justin TV days. It's like, why would anyone want to watch somebody play a game? And back then, dude, it was real bad. It was real bad for people just sitting there playing the game. They didn't understand that you had to actually talk to the people in the chat. They're like, no, my gameplay should be good enough. Some people would play without microphones. I mean, I'm not even talking about webcams. That was a much later thing. Like, adding a face cam was revolutionary. It's fucking crazy to think about now. Like, you could just be a top tier streamer with no face cam. People are still out there doing it too, but they've been around that long. Usually the people with no face cam have been out there for a long time. But now the VTuber thing is taking over, so it's like, you don't need a face cam. Just gotta have a rig that can do it, which currently looks like mine is handling it okay. I was having some issues yesterday where we were getting like my avatar wasn't talking. Yeah, I'm not a VTuber. I just don't want to be on cam sometimes. I look like a bag of shit right now, I'm not gonna lie. My Avatar movie directed by James Cameron. I can't believe they keep making movies on that. What a cash cow that is. They could just keep spinning off sequels on like every movie that's ever been done, but just Avatar. I think that's what they're doing at this point. It's gonna be like Jumanji, but Avatar. Like Free Willy, but Avatar. Titanic, but Avatar. How funny would that be, dude? James Cameron directs a movie about a big-ass boat that crashes into an iceberg. What? But it's large fucking blue aliens, dude. That would be the actual trailer. That's exactly how it would sound.
Forge on.
The most successful franchise, apparently, yet almost zero cultural significance. Just weird-looking Smurfs. Yeah, you know that first one was lit, though, right? Like, I'm not gonna even throw any shade at the first one, dude. We were geeked. We were like, holy shit, 3D? No way. Edge of my seat. I saw it twice in theaters. I'm not ashamed. But yeah, after the first one, it was just like, okay, we're done here. We don't need another one. You didn't watch the first one? Oh man. I'm kind of an NPC in that way. Everyone was geeked about the movie, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go see some Avatar. Let's watch some big ass blue people and explore themes of racism and colonialism. in a safe way. We want to make people feel guilty, but then maybe they'll realize later that like, oh, we actually did that shit. It's Home Alone all over again. Yeah, but dude, back in the day, they used to release those to like cable TV. We don't have cable anymore. So where do you go with that? You just go straight to the theater, which has become a pile of dog shit. I was just complaining about this the other day. Like, who goes to the theater? What are we going to the theater to see right now? The last movie I went to the theater to see was Zootopia 2. Yes, they made a second Zootopia, and yeah, that was the top of the list of things to see. It made the #1 selection for the fam, and it wasn't bad. I'm pretty sure it's a psyop, but we'll get into that conversation later. Yeah, the funny thing is, I could have watched it at home too, but our power was out, and the rest of the city had power. So I was like, we're not gonna just sit here. Like, let's go do something. And we went to go watch a movie, and it was nice.
The first of us.
Yeah, cheaper, more comfortable, and I can take my pants off with no persecution. Key disclaimer there, because you can take your pants off at the theater. Just ask our recently departed friend Pee Wee Herman how that went, and it didn't go well for him. Although apparently, at the time we all laughed about, what a weirdo, like he was jerking off in the theater. Like, apparently, and then I didn't find this out until later, it was a pornographic theater. Like, people go there to watch porn. So it's kind of sadistic to like expect that people aren't going to jerk it a little, right? Like in the porn theater, like that should just be an expectation. I'm going to get banned for this, by the way. Like TikTok is already like, you're done. Twitch will let you get away with most everything, but yeah, no. And it's all like a big insider thing, It's like, oh, I mean, we're going to shame this guy publicly because he was caught doing this thing to himself, mind you, right? Like who is he hurting? I'm sure he wasn't like, making a big show of it. We don't know. I don't know the details on, maybe he didn't reveal those, but regardless, there's been people like doing this sort of thing to each other as well in the theater. The old hole in the popcorn bucket trick, we're all familiar with that. It's like Britney Spears shaved her head and went crazy for a while. I think it happened today. It would have been viewed and treated differently. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The early 2000s were not a good time for mental health. You clearly had to see somebody having like a schizophrenic break in the public eye, and they're like, she's fucking crazy, dude. Like, what the hell? Like, yeah. You don't know why though, and there's a whole backstory behind a lot of that, and sadly, we're finding out a bunch of it now. I think she's not real. I think that's not Britney. I've been saying that for about 4 years now, but whoever the original Britney was is gone. I don't know what happened to her. She could still be alive, locked up somewhere. She could be dead, but that ain't Britney, dude. Not the one on the Instagram. There's too much weird, like, glitches, man. Eminem? You think Eminem's a fake? I don't know. I think he's real still. I did hear about Avril though, and I was like, that's kind of believable, I guess. But it's at that point that I start wondering, like, okay, but she dated people who are somewhat normal, right? Like she was dating big other Canadian musicians, and it's like, why would she be dating these like specifically Canadian rock band guys who were totally, as far as we know, normal people, not part of like some crazy cult, whatever? Because they would get wind of it, they would get wise to it. They'd be like imagine living with somebody and married to them and stuff, and you just like don't even know that they're like not even a real person. I kind of know what that's like, but I know she's real. She's just a bitch, like, not gonna lie. Oh, you fucking, isn't she? She was married to the Nickelback singer, and they have divorced. They got divorced in like Chad Kroger's his name. So Chad Kroger, Avril. Yeah, they were only married for 2 years, 2013 to 2015. But that jives with her being a clone or something weird, right? Because like, what if you like walk into the bathroom one day and she's brushing her teeth and she does some like weird clone shit that like you've never seen a person do, because they're like, they don't understand, and you're just like, why did you do that? And they're like, they glitch out or something. They've like, their eyes turn black and. I will shut you all. Oh yeah, because they do that. That's real. Yeah, the government handler. Yeah, your personal spy that they send to your life to like infiltrate it. Their job is to be married to you. You're fine with the. Listen, I'm fine with the reptilian, like, whatever, dude. That's fine with me. It's just they can't work for the government. I believe that. I believe Bieber has a handler for sure. Because their marriage don't make sense, and he doesn't like her. How did, it's like I'm trying to proc phase rush here, and it's not doing it, and it's not even hitting him. So like my second item here, Stride Breaker, is not hitting. She was also, Avril though, back to her, she was also married to the guy from Sum 41, which I think was a more recent marriage, and that recent did too. Like, if you're gonna date Canadian rock musicians, the pool is pretty limited already, right? But you should probably try to, like, target one that is a total jerk, like a narcissist asshole who's, like, doesn't care or notice anything about you. If you are, like, a clone, right? You have no time for Canadians? That's weird. I mean, like, hey, I'm close in proximity to the Canadians, but, I mean, I don't know. It's alright. They mostly keep to themselves. They don't like Trump very much. And so the whole talk about Canada being annexed, I guess they didn't take kindly to that or whatever, you know? Like, they weren't a big fan of that. Usually countries don't.
This could...
Shit, I ran right into the trap. Ugh. None of it worked for me, okay? I rift, didn't take down the tower, then it got killed, then I got killed. Overall, mission failed. Wow, dude. 0-10 Caitlyn. Crazy. They're having a bad day. Your mom, he says.
I'm coming. We fight for those who... Forward! Keep yourself. Lead the charge.
I knew I shouldn't have tried to fight him. He saw what I was trying to do, though. I don't know if you saw that, but I was trying to, like, stay close to the blast cap so that if I got into trouble, I could use it to get away. But he just blew it up and then killed me. So props to that. The big brain move. Big brain. Big brain. It's the Storm Razor item I have never built on Garen, and I've been meaning to try it out. Not as a first item, but this will be my third item, so we'll see how this itemization goes with Garen. I've been trying out new off-meta stuff. Apparently, one of the builds that I did is like a top high elo build. I had no idea. I was like, it just might work, you know, like, and it did. But that would be Profane Hydra, which I didn't build against Renekton because it's, I don't know, just felt like work.
The first. Our cook must have...
Caitlyn's wandering around here. It's an easy kill.
By law or by soul.
Nice, dude. Nice. Diana said, bro, this Garen. Like, what? Huh? like in a good way? I'm not used to people, like, complimenting me. It's so nice. Maybe they weren't, though, because, like, I don't know if I did very good. I think they were mad that I was kill stealing, but he kill stealed me at least once. Whatever. I'm sure they appreciated me. Thank you, Beefy Sumo, for the reassurance. I sometimes doubt myself, but I have gotten better at this game. I have to remind myself, like, I've been playing it for like 3 years. No, not 3 years, about 2 years. And the community around it has, you know, this game's been out for like 15 years. So pretty steep learning curve too. Very steep.
Life is too short for fear.
Oh, you know, I've been living my life for the last, God, about that long, 15 years or so, just on the premise of doing hard things, doing shit that's outside of my comfort zone, and putting myself in sink or swim situation. Just, that's how you grow. It's the only way you're ever gonna grow. That might be a little deep for a Sunday here on League of Legends, but it's real, man. It's what I have found to be true.
My heart and soul, all for the must.
This is supposed to be R&B, but we're going super rock guns. Like this solo has been going for like a freaking hour, dude. Not chill enough. It's definitely important to push yourself, even if you fail or if something goes wrong, you still tried. Absolutely. Wise words, my friend. The singer's bio on Spotify says she can't tell you where she came from. It's complicated. Like, bro, you've already said too much. If you escape North Korea, just say that. You're here now. We'll protect. Promise. Oh, I'm support. It's like, nice, dude. How complicated can it be? Well, if they find out that you're not in North Korea and you're from North Korea, they will try to get you back to North Korea, and then it's going to be not a very good time for you.
Get what?
I don't know how successful they can be in doing that, you know, but they do have a spy network. Nice, Louise.
Our cook must have. This
They're bots.
The cursed villain. We fight those. It's the first of them.
And
Keep faith in. Hold them.
I think the bots got banned right away, and then they forfeited. Maybe, hopefully, that's what happened, because they were definitely bots. That's stupid. I hate it. And then I get the random bot friend request at the end that, like, dude, this game is infested with bots at every level.
My heart and soul, all for the must. I just watch it as one. I
think it's a bot. It's got to be a bot.
Forge on forward. Battle in.
I mean, am I just padding my MMR? Like, I feel like this shouldn't count, you know? No idea. No idea what's going on with this stupid game, but I think I'm going to probably wrap it up here for today because I just don't want to play against bots. Thanks, League of Legends. Thank you for another great experience, Riot Games. Fix your freaking game. Get rid of the bots. Thank you, Beefy. Thanks again, man, for stopping in, and appreciate you. And yeah, if you do end up playing some games sometime, let me know. I always enjoy playing with folks that I meet on stream. So whatever it is, they'll matter, like all games. So I know you said you don't play a lot of multiplayer. We'll find something. All right. Peace out. Catch you later.